Good morning, everyone. Yes, I have a bit of audio problem, but then when do I not? When it comes to one of my streams. Happy October 13th. And how are you liking the new layout that I got going on for you? I should have put this layout for in the beginning of October, but I totally blanked on it. And when I realized, oh yeah, that's right, I made a fall layout for this stream. I know you love it, Devlin. Thank you. So today's project is going to be this thankful for you. And by the time this airs on YouTube, it'll be the end of October. So you guys get a sneak peek of it now on October 13th. So we're going to be creating this little guy on Cricut Design Space using nothing more than basic shapes. So let's get started. We're going on to Cricut Design Space. Now, on my previous video that I created back in 2019, I was able to create these right here. Now, this one is the 2020 version. So let's get to this one right here, and then I'll show you how I did the updated version. It's funny how 1 year can actually change your perspective of how to do something just slightly, just in my opinion, slightly a little bit better. So let's start with our first basic shape that Cricut provides, and that's a heart and a circle. Now this won't fit properly, so what we're gonna have to do is take it off the lock and then elongate it until you're satisfied on the way it looks. And that looks pretty tiered shaped to me. And we're going to weld. Now, this is where I went wrong. I actually cut this when I should have just left the top, but that's neither here. We're going to create this one here. I'm not going to diverge. I'm not diverging. I tend to fall off the rails here. So let's get ourselves a little square, change it into a triangle, and you know what? I want the bottom a little thicker, like that. And we're going to slice. This, you know what? I'm going to keep this over here for laters. And we're going to do this one right now. Let's change the color to match what we're trying to do. So that's the bottom of our acorn, giving us this right here. And then we're going to grab ourselves a circle and a square. Now for this, I'm just going to line these two up, and they should fit properly. And there we go. Oh, let's just make sure of that. Okay, is it horizontally or vertically? I think it's horizontally. Yeah. And I still get two little points here, and I'm not really liking that. Can it go a little higher? There you go. And I'm going to weld. Weld. All right, I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to flip it vertically. And all I'm going to do is just line these two up and then go horizontally. Yeah, there you go. And then weld. Now we got a nice little pill shaped look right here. So all we have to do is just take this off the lock, shrink it a little bit, and have it fit our acorn just like this. We're going to just change the color to a nice dark brown, and then all we need is a square, and then elongate it just a little bit for like the stem portion of it. Alrighty then, change the color. All right, now that would be the end of this. This is how you would get this shape. Now in order to get the white background around it, all you would have to do is duplicate it and then just bring it all together, making sure that's in the center, and that's horizontally, yeah. And then you weld, giving you an even shape, like a whole what's the word I'm trying to think of? A uniform shape. That's what I was trying to say. And all you would have to do is move this back and then fit all your pieces inside this right here. Okay. So all you're really doing is just forming it around, and then that's how you get the shape around it. Just like that. Oh, come back here. I need you. Now, to make the card, all you would have to do is duplicate the white portion of it twice. Okay. You would grab yourself a score line and rotate it. You go over here to the rotate tool and do 90 degrees. It actually took me a while to realize that there was a rotate tool up here. Almost a year, honestly, to figure out that there was a rotate tool. All right, you attach both of these together, and that creates the bases of your card. So you would just put glue right here and attach this one right here. Let's do front, like that. So this would be the front of your card, and this would be the back of your card. So you would leave this one white, and then you would just put this right on top. I hate it how it's, you have to choose which layer is front and which layer is back. See, like that. And that would be the basis of your card. And you could easily send this out, you know, putting your sentiment right on the front of the card. Now, to do this one right here, this cut up one right here. So you would use the same image that you have here. Bring this one down. Okay, I don't no longer need these two since I have it up here. And I would have to make this just a tad bit thicker, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to do that right here. All right. So what we do is grab ourselves a square. And we're going to elongate this all the way from tip to tip. So you see how there's a little tip here and then the tip to the top? We're going to just select all of these and then slice. Oh, that's right. It won't allow us to do that. Let's weld this. Move this back. Okay, now we're going to do is slice. Now, this right here is not movable. So we're going to have to do a bit of slicing. And all we're going to do is just grab another square, move this back because I can't see. Okay, and we're going to slice this continuously, this and this. Slice, pick another spot. Oh, it needs to cover the whole thing, unfortunately. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, this and this, slice. Waterfly! No! Thank you for the raid, Waterfly. You're so awesome. Thank you for that. If you haven't seen Waterfly, go check her out on Twitch. Waterfly86. She is amazing. She does so many crafty things over there. I can't even describe on how awesome she is. So how was your stream, Waterfly? All I'm doing right now is just slicing away at stuff. Okay, this and this. Do I have any more? No, that's it. Alrighty. As you can see, all of this has been, and this has been sliced away. So in order to get it to the right size again, I'm just going to, oh, I have to keep going back until I get it to where it was. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't had no idea that Twitch was doing that. But you know what? It's all cool. It's fine. You know, even if you raid me with one person and no people, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I've also noticed that Twitch is not alerting people about when somebody raids. All right, I'm gonna keep these two sides. I was trying to do something else, and unfortunately, it's not coming out the way I want it to. There we go. Now, all I gotta do okay, I'm just gonna scooch these two together like so. This is a bit off. There we go. What's in, oh, Inktober. You're creating Inktober. I can see that. Let's weld these together and elongate it. Make them a little bigger. All right, now we can actually change the colors to what we want. We have this. Let's do this. And then these two right here could be a different color. Oh, no, no, no. What's another brown? I got 3 here. There we go. Let's actually do this one. This color. There we go. That makes it a lot more. If you wanted to go for different aesthetics, this is what you can actually do. It does take a little bit more time, but it's well worth it. Let me just take this off the lock and fit it right into our shadow area. Just like that. And it looks like I need to elongate this just a little bit. There we go. Like that. Now if you feel like it's too fat, just take it off the lock and squish it in a little. Kind of reminds me of an arrowhead, to be honest. A funky looking arrow. Oh my gosh. Oh, that just so hurts. Ow. Okay. Ow. Oh, swearing. It does not taste good in my mouth. It just does not taste good. All right. So, 2019 version done. We have recreated everything that on how you can create this Acorn last year. Now, to create this one for this year, you do the same thing. You know, you get your heart, or and then you make it into a teardrop. You slice it, and all you do. Actually, I like the way I did it on this one. So what I did is it's basically the same thing. That's weird. It's giving me both of these. Did I attach these? I guess I did. Somehow along the way I attached these two. Ooh, that really did hurt my heart. Slice. Okay. Now, you make the pill shape just like the way I showed you. And all you would do is create the circle, half circle, take it off the lock, and elongate it. That'll give you that little small bump. Now, for mine, I try to make it what do you mean? Try to make it more even from side to side. More oh my goodness, my brain is not working today. I guess I need more coffee. More I know there's a word for what I'm trying to say. More fluid. All right. So this is the shape that we got. I have more of a bump here than I wanted to. This is more, I'm going to try to do that again. I really want to get this shape. So let's recreate it. Because this kind of looks like a turtle shell. I'll be honest, it looks like a turtle shell. All right, let's recreate this. Let's weld you and weld you. I'm going to flip you. All right. And what was it? Horizontally? Yeah. It's like, is it horizontally or vertically? I don't remember. Okay. Weld. And I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. All right. This should work a little better. Grab myself a circle. I should make this a little smaller. And then, all right, take this off the lock and then elongate. And then slice. Okay. Less than 3? Oh, you're lurking. Thanks for the lurk. Oh, it's not a drawing. It's a cut file. This is going to be cut with a machine. I know, right? Okay, so I'm just going to leave a smaller lip than I did before. So let's put... I'll cut you, bro. I'll cut you. All right. I don't know, but this is starting to look more like a Goomba. But it's definitely giving me more of an acorn feel than this one. This one looks like a turtle shell. I'm going to weld this just like that. Take it off the lock. Take it off the lock. Delete that. Hopefully it doesn't read as an ice cream cone, because I really don't want that to look like an ice cream cone. All right. Let's elongate this just a little more. Change the color to make it look more like an acorn. Acorn. That's what I meant to say. An acorn. I like this one better. Oh, I know why. I actually sliced the bottom a little bit. Did I do that? I'm sure I did. No, it still looks the same to me. Let's slice this. Yeah, it looks a little bit more acorny-ish. All right, there we go. Now, to get this shape right here, all I'm going to be doing is grabbing myself a pentagon tool, and again, all we're doing is slicing it off. Sadly, Cricut doesn't give you a knife tool to just slice the stuff off. You need to use another shape to slice it off, which is fine. I'm working within their parameters of what I can use. It's very basic. This system is very basic. It's very user friendly. I will say this. All right. So let me make this just a little tinier. That's my first acorn. 2020 version acorn, opposed to 2019 version. All right. I'm going to get, you know what? I'm going to use this one. Why, why not use what I have? All right. So I'm just going to duplicate this, put this underneath like that. And I'm just going to add a little bit more dimension to this. So what if it looks like a turtle shell? I mean, I'll use it. And all I'm doing is just creating some more bumps for it. Just bring this in just a little more. Kind of looks like a little monster, to tell you the truth. Putting these circles on there, overlapping like that. All right. Or maybe a burger. Very burger-ish. All right, I'm going to have to line these properly. And I'm going to go center vertically. Yes. Sorry, I have the hardest time with vertical and horizontal. I don't know why that's a thing for me, but it's a thing. Okay. Now I'm going to weld. And it gives me a nice little top to it. Now, if you don't want this version of an acorn, I also made like a little button nose or a little button on the top. All right. So let's slice this right here. Just like that. And slice. Okay. Take everything else off. Take it off the lock. And just shrink it to size. A little button right there. Okay. Now, seeing what you see here right now, you guys, which one of these would you prefer? This one, this one, this one, this one over here. Let's put little numbers to this. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5. And the main reason why I ask is because that is what is going to be on today's project. Whatever you guys choose, that's what's going to be on today's project. It's going to look just like this. So whatever design you go with, it's going to look like this. Which one do you prefer? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? And while you guys are deciding, I'm going to take a big swig of my water. Oh my gosh, that's good. You guys are really thinking hard on this one, huh? 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's move this guy up here. 3, 4. And of course, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one would you guys prefer? On the design wise. I know they're slightly different. I'll give you guys just one more, like 30 more seconds. And the polls are in. And it's nothing. You guys are just like, nope. All right, I'm going to remove these on the top. Oh, yes, a response. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one right here. Waterfly has decided on number 4. And that is what we're going with. All right, let's remove this and this right here. So, in order to make this card right here, all we need, well, we first need a card. So we're going to grab ourselves a square, take it off the lock, and then we're going to put in our dimensions. 8.5 by 4.5. I mean, I made tons of cards that I already know this by muscle memory. It's like, I know what it is. All right, I'm going to go over here onto shapes and get myself a score line. Now, it doesn't matter where I put it. I can put it right here because all I have to do is go to a line and center. Boom, right in the middle. Now it's very, very important to attach these two. You don't just group it, attach it. Because I'll tell you why. Once you hit make it, it'll attach. But if I hit detach and just do group, this is what happens. It gives me a random, my lines right up here, my cards down here. I don't know why that's a thing. So it's very important to attach. Next, we're going to have to get an inlay or an overlay. So we're going to take it off the lock, and it's going to be 4 by 4.25. And this is going to be our pattern paper right here. So I'm going to make that orange. And then we're going to copy this one more time and make this white. And since our card, I believe, is brown, that's what it's going to be. All right, let's take, oh, that's right. I need to click down here. For whatever reason, once you attach something, you have to go onto the actual layer over here to color it again. So this would be the inside of our card. This is our outside of our card. All right. I didn't do this for this card. You see how it has no shadow? I should have done that, and I'll tell you why. Because when I look at this, it kind of blends in with the background. So I'm like, okay, I really need something to make that pop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create that shadow line that I did before. And this time, let's make sure that this is right in the center. I have this bad habit of not putting things center. Let me move this up just a tad and weld. This is going to be my shadow portion of it, and I'm not going to do anything to it other than just leave it white. But I need to make sure it fits in here. Move this back, and I'm going to have to finagle things in here so it'll fit properly. Okay, so far that looks good, but I need to make it go all the way to the top, like right there, and then bring it down. Same for this one. I will have to make it just a slight, just tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And you need to go a little smaller. I'm sorry. Just a little bit smaller. All right, good. Perfect, great. Now, in order to get the flip version of it, I have to move this up just a little bit. I just realized this. Just a little bit more, like that. All right. In order to get the 3D effect, I'm going to have to weld these two together. Delete this portion right here and grab myself a score line. Now this score line has to go all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. And just to make sure it's right in the center, I'm going to just click center. And then attach. So the pieces that I'm going to need is just this and this. Move this back. Now I'm not going to put a score line on this because it's just so stinking small. And it's just easier to use my bone folder for this. But I'm going to have to duplicate this at least like 3 times. Just 3 times. I mean, if you want it to be more flushed, you can add more layers to it. Now, the ultimate thing to do. Let's move everything back to its original spot. Let's group all of these together because it's going to be very important. Move this right on top, just like that. Highlight everything, and we're going to fit it to our card. Whoa. Whoa. No, stop. Put the lock on, and this way it just keeps it to its normal size. So what we're going to do is bring this all to the front up here, or move this all to the back. There we go. Ah, no, stop it. Stop it. All right, let's do this again. We're going to have to fit this in our card. This is a little too big. So I'm just going to fit this to size. Like right about there. Because I still need to add my sentiment. Grab myself another box. Turn this white. And then try to fit it underneath this right here. Now, I'm not 100% proficient with fonts on Cricut. I'm a master on Silhouette, not so much on Cricut. So bear with me here. I'm going to do my sentiment, which is thankful for you. Now you can leave it like that. You can leave it this font. However, I'm not 100% sure. There are certain fonts that I need to pay for in Cricut, but I have 1,001 fonts on my own computer, and I'm going to try to use one of those. So what I'm going to do is look in my inventory here. Ooh, no, that's just way too thick. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. It's called Abraham, and I believe I got this on 1001 fonts and for commercial use. Now, there is a huge gap right here, like a really huge gap. And I know there's a way to make it smaller. Nope, that's not it. Line gap. Nope, going the wrong way. Like I said, I'm not proficient. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. It looks like it's going closer. Is it me? Is it getting closer? Yeah, it looks like it's getting closer. All right, getting there. Almost there. That should be good. Now, I need to make sure that this is in the middle. Okay, there. Perfect. I'm not touching it. But I don't want to cut every single letter out. That's just me. I don't want to sit there weeding through all of these letters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit it right here into my text right here. Make it go to the size that I need. Highlight everything. Flatten it. What this does, it makes it up into a print and cut. As soon as I flatten it, it's no longer a cut file. It doesn't cut every single little word. It's just going to cut the box. And that's okay with me, because then I can just put it right there. And boom, I'm done. All right, I have all my pieces. Now this is a good thing about Cricut. Once I click make it, it's going to separate everything into its own color. This is going to be a print and cut. This is under white. This is under brown, which I'm going to move over because I don't have a 12 by 12. I have an 8.5 by 11. I have my pattern paper, and of course I have my acorns. So let's start with this one up here at the top. Everything looks good. Everything looks great. Now it's asking me, hey, turn on your printer, which unfortunately I forgot to turn on my printer. Do I even have cardstock in here? No, I don't. Way to be prepared. Way to be prepared, guys. Yeah, that's just like my day's going. All right, I'm printing it. How many do I want? I just want one. I mean, you could do multiples. The only thing is you'd have to print, make like 6 or 7 or 8 to fit on one page. You don't want to just do one. All right, are you going to my printer? It would if I had it turned on. Man, you guys, I am SMRT today. Super SMRT. The printer you have may replace the power. Okay. Am I good? Okay. Are you doing your thing? Ah ha ha. It is. Forgive me, guys. I was just like, it's one of those moments today. Okay, so here's my printed version. Now, if you wanted multiple, know that there is limitations to the Cricut. It can only do a 9. Is it 9 by 6? Yeah, it does only a 9 by 6. So keep that in mind. All right, next thing I need to do. Oh, that's it. I need to go back here. That's where my mind is. Okay, I'm gonna strip this off. Oh, that's so satisfying. I got myself a new sticky mat. I had tried to salvage my old mat. That did not work well. Not at all. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my machine. Are you doing your thing? Seeing your thing? All right. Now, while this is cutting, you guys can't see the magic that's going on over here. While this is cutting, I'll discuss about these papers. What I'm using is Recollections papers. This is an old Recollections Halloween paper pattern. The colors are pretty muted, which I actually really like for fall. So this is a 12 by 12 Recollections Halloween paper. And yes, I am a Recollections kind of girl. I have chocolate brown, a muted, what would you say, cream color, and of course my white. Now it's actually, what the machine is doing is using this as a guide, and now it's going to cut through it. Okay. You done your thing? Good. Okay, now it's moving on to the next one. Now, it's important, imperative even, to read what it says, because you have score lines on some of these, and you don't want to cut into your score lines. Trust me, I know. I had to do this project like 3 times, because if you didn't see here, I cut into my lines. Not on purpose. All right. It says I need a fine point blade for my white. And it is going this direction. And yes, if I was a Roblox character, I would be following the instructions. That's the only way I can get through my day, is following the instructions. All right. So we got our thing full. Now it's cutting out our acorn, the shadow portion. And the inside. This is our liner right here. That's what I meant to say, liner. That's what it was. Not inlay or overlay. It's a liner. All right. Oh, that just cuts it like butter. Like butter. All right, and I'm taking this off just like that. All right, perfect. Good, good. My little pieces are, and the next one is brown. Now, it does say stylus. It is looking for my stylus, not my blade. And last time I wasn't reading it, this too did cut. And this is my stylus right here. And it has a tape because it doesn't fit my machine. Yeah, I am a bit of a junky crafter. I'll use anything and everything in order to get the job done. And I don't think it's actually touching. There we go. Now it's touching. All right. It's going to do its little scory scores. Not that it really matters. All right, now it's telling me, hey, take this out, put this in. Now, if you get yourself a newer version, like an Air 2 or a Maker, it'll have 2 ports, and you wouldn't have to do this process. You just leave your stylus, and it'll do it automatically. All right, there is our beautiful, beautiful card. And I just realized I didn't do all the caps. So I'm going to have to go back and redo this. I'll show you guys how, if you actually miss a step and you're like, oh shoot, I was supposed to cut out 5 more of these. I will show you how you can fix that. Like I did. I was like, oh shoot, I need like 3 more. Need 3 more of these little guys. I totally blanked on that one. All right, here's my card. And I know you guys can't see this, but there's a faint score line right there, which I will be using my bone folder to make that even more pronounced. I'm going to put this on the side over here. Next is my orange. Now, I'm cutting everything first and then going back and doing my edits. There's no point in trying to edit now, especially when everything is already in place. All right, here's my pattern pepper. And as you can see right up there, it's on the orange. You can see it right up there, right here. And it's telling me, hey, you can go ahead and cut. There's no score line whatsoever. And I will give this to Cricut. I do like the fact that it's, once you go to cut onto your machine, it breaks everything down by color. It makes it easier on me as the consumer to use the machine a little properly. But I think that's really the only thing that I really like about it. I don't like the fact that I don't get a knife. I have to use another shape to cut. All right, I'm gonna put this right here. Hey, no, it's stuck. But it's, you know, every single system has its issues. No system is perfect. But I will say this, and I've been saying this from the very beginning, I wish Cricut and Silhouette would get together, have a beautiful baby, and have the software and the, and the cutting power. Oh, no. Cancel. Oh my gosh. No, cancel. No! Oh, man. Cancel. I said cancel. See, this is what happens when I start jabbering on. Oh, I'm going to use it this side. I was supposed to switch out my blade. Let's take this out. Don't be a me. Don't jabber. Read your text. All right, let's put you in first. And then set you down properly. Don't be a me, you guys. Don't be a me. Okay. I think I'm okay. And then cut. Yeah, I feel bad. I'm like, oh, here, look, there's score lines everywhere. There's literally, cut lines, I mean. There's cut lines everywhere. I'm gonna have to use, I have a pile of scraps, you guys, of things that I would love to use, but it has cut lines everywhere that it makes it almost near impossible to use it. Like, this is still pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but look at all the cuts that I have made because of me not paying attention. The things I have to do. All right, let's correct our mistake. So I'm going to put this right back up here. Okay. We're going to go back. It's going to tell us, hey, are you done? Yeah, I am done. Now, I made the mistake of not copying this 3 times because I have 3 of these. I have 3 of these, so I need to make 2 more. So in order to, don't worry, this can come back. All right, let's duplicate this and let's go to make it. Good, perfect, great. Let's go over to our mat here. Stick this guy right in. Say to the computer, yeah, it's good. I don't have to score anything. Great. Cut. I read it this time, you guys. I read it. Are you proud of me? I read it. All right. Am I good? Yeah, I'm good. Alrighty then. Alright, let's bring back our sheet because it is super important that we don't lose our stickiness. These mats get unsticky so quickly, so it's a crucial part to put it all back together. Alright, Bertha, let me move you back. All right, now if you're concerned that your project is gone, don't worry. Don't save anything, and all you have to do is just click the back button, and all of it will come back. Sure, you're gonna be here for like a bit, fixing everything, and I'm not too worried about the thankful. It's more so everything else that I have created. There is a lot of back button. So if I were you, when I create the Acorn, save it once and then save it again once you created the card. That way it'll create 2 files for one project. Huh. That's incredible. Oh, there we go. It's getting there. And that's another thing about Cricut that I don't particularly appreciate. I have to use their back button. When with the silhouette, you just can open up a new file and then transport everything onto a different file. But for this one, you have to literally use their save button. You just can't copy paste and put it onto another section. Oh, come on now. I want my acorns. You know what? I'm going to be sitting here for an eternity. So let's get to the card. Where is... I will go back on my own time and use the back button until I get back to my acorns. I should have saved it before I created the card, but I wasn't thinking. Now you can shade this if you want, but I think it looks perfectly fine the way it is. It's very distressed already. And what I'm going to do is grab myself a sticky tape, double-sided tape. That's what I meant to say. Double-sided tape. You can use glue. However, I need to warn you guys, if you put watery glue onto paper, once it dries, it will warp it. Now, the benefits of actually using double-sided tape, it keeps it flat. Now, some points in your project will need glue, which I will be using in this project. It's a matter of knowing when to use glue and when not to. When double-sided tape is preferred and when it's not. Because there's certain aspects of the double-sided tape that will not work. Like for pockets, never use double-sided tapes for pockets because the glue will never dry. And when you put in something like a photograph or another paper, it'll get stuck in there. So you'll always have a sticky pocket, and that's not something that you would want. All right, let me line this up to where I think the center is. Put that down. Okay, here is our acorn. Here are our, and here's our thank you. Here's our the shade portion, and this is our inside liner. So let's just go with the inside liner first. And it goes just like that. Where did I put it? There we go. Forgive me if I seem a little discombobulated. I didn't sleep very well last night. I was having some tummy troubles. You know, when you're not feeling 100% on your tummy, you're just like tossing and turning until you actually do fall asleep. So I'm a little discombobulated today, just a tiny bit. Not that I'm not discombobulated every day when I'm on stream, but I'm a little more discombobulated than normal. Okay, come on now. Come on now. There we go. Alrighty, here we go. Now I just need to figure out where my center is. And there we go. Good. Now we got the inside and we got the outside. All right. Now what I like to do, and this is what I should have done with my other project, because this is slightly off. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but look. Like there's more space here than there is here. And I should have used this as my guide to figure out how I wanted this to go. Let me just make sure that this is in the center. All right, I'm going to do my double-sided tape. Am I in frame? No, I'm not. Okay. Ooh, did I take that off? No, I did not. It ripped right off. All right, I'll put this guy, let's see, right underneath it. Right there. That looks really good. Now, for this one right here, I will be using double-sided tape, but not for these guys. Glue is more preferred because you're working with something that is going to be three-dimensional. It's all about when to hold them and when to fold them. And right now, we're going to hold them with glue. All right, I'm going to use my grid here and find my center. There we go. That's my center right there. So far, so good. Now, I know you guys can't see it, but there is a line here. And all I'm going to do is just going to bend it. See how easily it bends like that? And you have a nice straight line. Otherwise, you'd be struggling for these smaller pieces. And this one's going to be even more so. That's why I didn't do a score line. Ooh, hello there. You need to go right there. Okay. And I'm just going to put these like that. I'm going to fold. Okay. Okay. Now, time for these guys. And I didn't do a score line on these because it would have been it's a lot easier for me for such a smaller piece. Just use my bone folder. Okay. 2 and 3. One more. There we go. Alrighty. Time to glue everything together. So for my first one, I need to glue this, and I'm going to use a little bit of glue. I can't use double-sided tape because this thing is so tiny that it's easier just to add glue. Just like that. All right. So my first one's going to go down. So I'm going to do this one right here. And it's very important to cover your edges. You don't want this lifting up at any point. Okay. First things first. Got it like that. But I should be doing these ones first. I wasn't thinking, and I was like, no, I gotta glue these guys first. All right, last one. And the more that you do, if you wanted to do like 4 or 5 of these, the more fanned out it would look. But you got to remember, if you're sending this via mail, less is better. But if you're going to do like give this by hand with an envelope, more is better. All right. There we go. That's how it's going to look. Okay, I just need to give it just a few moments to have it really glue to one another. All right, first one's first. Let's just get all of these little details in here before I glue it onto here. All right, come on now. Now the glue that I'm using, if you're wondering, is called Tacky's A-Lean glue. All I did was just squeeze it into this container, and I got the container from Elmer's glue that I had run out on. I just took off the label and I just kept using the A-Leans, because A-Leans, that's no joke. That stuff sticks. I'm not saying that Elmer's is not good, but for a really strong bond, and like for fabric or paper, some metals, like very light metals, this stuff is strong. All right. I'm getting this right on there. There we go. Okay. All right. Good. All right, I'll put this right here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't really take long. Okay, now you have the back right here, which will be the bases of your card right there. So you just want to align that with the shadowy part. It makes it so much easier. And it even looks like an acorn even on the back. Okay, I'm all done with my glue. And just try to finagle it right in the center of everything. Yeah, though definitely creating a white layer makes the acorn pop even more. And there we go. These are the same card. The only difference is I added a shadow to this one and I didn't to this one. If you prefer this one, just leave the shadow out. But this one actually makes it pop just a little bit. Now, all I did just to, zhuzh it up a little, if you want to even call it that, I just grabbed myself halfback pearls. You can pick whichever you like. I think I like this one. Is this the same? No, this one's a little darker. Which one is it? Did I get these? Is this it? Yeah, that's the same. Okay, I got 4 of them. So all I'm going to do, grab my glue and just put it on the ends there. Now I have this little pick me tool. It's one of my favorite tools to use, especially with items like this. Just put it like that. Nope. Let go. Okay. Good. Flip these guys over. They just don't want to flip. They want to stay on the rounded edge or rounded side. Okay. Put that right there. Just like so. And on this one. And on this one. There we go. And the card is complete. That's it. Yep, definitely like this one better than this one, but it's really all about the preference on which one you like the best. And I like this one better. It looks a lot cleaner, a lot more solid. This looks a little more muddled, but I guess it would work better for like a male version card versus a female version. I don't know, it just looks a little more cleaner on this side. This one looks more muted, more like more manly, I would say. Now, if you're going to put this inside a card to deliver, all you would have to do is just flatten this and then slip it into an envelope. And then they pop it up just like that. So just put this down like that and then bring it out. That's what it would look. Thank you so much for you guys for stopping on by. I do appreciate everything that you guys have done, giving me feedback, telling me, you know, which Acorn looks better, which I actually have to agree. This one does look better. If you want to see any more videos, check out my YouTube channel at uniquedesignsbymonica.com. I have videos posted every Wednesday and Saturday. And if while you're over there, hit the like button or subscribe. It helps you, it helps me, and you guys get more content. Thank you so much. You have a beautiful day. Bye-bye now.